Welcome, Leos. This is your May 4th to May 10th reading, and I usually do no timestamps, but I'm going to do that because I do want to incorporate some astrological aspects into your reading. So what's going to impact you the most this month, this week, Leo, is going to be the first quarter moon in Leo, which is you. So this is going to bring a surge of like confidence and urgencies. So don't hide your light. It's time to shine, to speak up, to stand tall and make bold decisions and declarations about who you are becoming. And I really want to start off by just seeing like how you feel about this. And of course, we're going to get you some messages of clarity and guidance as far as clarify like what's coming towards you. So we have 5 of Pentacles here. Okay, so I feel like you may be feeling like this is going to be a little bit of a struggle. So you may be very much focused on the material world and things that you are tangibly trying to create and trying to accomplish and achieve this week. So just don't forget about the spiritual aspect and the spiritual component of this, because as within, so without, right? So it really starts with you within, how you're feeling, where your energy is, what your thoughts are, what your beliefs are, because that's what you're putting out into the world, and that's what's going to be reflected back to you. What else? So we have the World here as well. Okay. So I feel like everything will work out in your favor, and it's really about trusting and knowing this, and also allowing old cycles to end and close in favor of new opportunity and new chapters opening and beginning. So there's this normal, natural cycle of closure happening and a new beginning opening. And I feel like this could also be you like allowing yourself to become less materialistic and become more spiritual, and sort of making that transition and working towards that. And this isn't going to happen in a week, obviously, but this may be something that you've been thinking about and something that you've even been putting work towards. So you're going to see a more enlightened you. You're going to see yourself and see the progress that you've made. Okay. What else? Wow, Justice. Wow, yeah. And I said just a couple seconds ago, everything is working out in your favor, and this is proof of that. So we're seeing that. So all will work out exactly what it needs to. Everybody's going to learn the lessons that they designed for their self to learn. So you don't have to ensure that anybody else learns their lesson. This is really about you focusing on you and what's best for you, and staying aligned with who you authentically are. Okay. So what type of advice do we have here for our Leos? May you feel deeply in this transition that you are on, and find your purpose and accept things as they are and extract the meaning out of them. Extract out what you were supposed to learn so that you can take that knowledge and wisdom with you in this new chapter. Okay. So what else? Let's see what type of challenges you may encounter. Okay, so the Princess of Cups. Okay, so you may have a little bit of difficulty with finding your creative self and letting that creative side of you go and explore. So this is a time for you to be fun, to be playful, to be imaginative, to connect with love and emotions. Okay, so when I say love and emotions as well, this could also be just within yourself, because you may not necessarily be looking for love or be focused on that this week. Even if you are in a partnership, you may not be focused on that. You may be focusing on the self and your intuition and what it is that you're desiring, what new dreams that you have, what you want to see this next year, the next 5 years, whatever this is that you're focused on this time period. You may be this week really involved in that. So this is not necessarily about like romantic love and finding that and working on that. This is about you working on you and connecting with who you authentically are. Okay? And loving yourself, giving yourself love. Okay, so what other challenges may come through? Okay, so we have the Three of Swords and the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, so I'm also hearing this, so we're talking about self-love here, so that may be the challenge that you may want to focus on the romantic relationships and things of that nature, but again, this is calling you to focus on that self-love this week. So why is it Three of Swords here in reverse? So we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So I'm seeing opportunity for you to get back on track. So you may find that a little challenging this week to stay focused, but there's definitely opportunity to get back on track, to connect with the plans that you originally had for yourself. And this is remembering who you are and why you came here, but also just in the physical world, you may have some plans that you did want to accomplish, some things, some goals that you had that you may have kind of set that aside a little bit. You may not feel like you may not feel like you have the right mindset to accomplish those goals right now, but this is reminding you that you do. You have everything that you need within you already. So if you are desiring to get back to those goals and those plans and those dreams that you had, you definitely have what it takes already to be successful. So if that's what you want, go for it. Get back into it. So why is this Four of Wands here in reverse and we have the Seven of Pentacles? Like, wonderful. So I feel like some of you may also have expected like things to happen for you. So if you did try something new or you did try to go down a particular path and it didn't necessarily work out as you wanted it to, or you're still working on it and things are like success is trickling down, you're like only receiving a couple blessings coming your way, there's more coming. There's so much more coming and available to you. This is about you allowing that to happen. So you may want to explore your relationship with money and what you think about money and what also you feel is blocking you from success, because it may be way, way, way deeper than what you're thinking. I'm feeling like there may be some things that you want to explore as it relates to you deserving success and you thinking that you may not deserve it or you may not be worthy of it. And that could be success, love, prosperity, whatever it is, whatever those ideas that you have that you feel you aren't deserving or you feel like you're comfortable in a state of lack is what you're being called to address this week. And you will have a lot of success if you start addressing those things and really, truly trusting in who you are and knowing who you are. Okay? All right, so let's see. Let's get a couple oracles here. Okay. Yes. The answer is yes. So if you're wondering if you can accomplish those goals, those dreams, yes, absolutely, absolutely. And we have transpersonal. Okay, wonderful. So this, I feel like you're really being guided to go within, to connect more deeply with who you authentically are, with source, with your guides, with your higher self, with your intuition. Connect more deeply this week in the best ways that you can. Do those self-care practices. And we have you harnessing mystical power. Remember who you are is what I'm hearing. So you connecting more deeply. And some of you have like ancient Egyptian, like you've been there in those past lives and you are royalty here. Definitely hearing that. So it's you like tapping back into that power, like remembering who you were and who you are. Okay. We have courage and bravery, of course, as the lion. That is you. Authentically, that is you. And treasures. Okay. So I feel like you being more connected with your intuition and guides is going to help you to recognize those signs and synchronicities that are coming your way, that you're encountering. You'll be able to see them more clearly. You'll be able to recognize them immediately and have the courage and bravery to take inspired action towards them. Take advantage of those opportunities that are coming towards you. Because if you're thinking, should I do this? Should I explore that? Should I go down this path? The answer is yes. If it feels good to you and you're passionate about it, yes, absolutely. Okay. So let's see what your desires are. Thank you. So you have the Ace of Cups. So I feel like you are desiring this love. So it could be self-love, this unconditional love, self-love, or romantic love. You definitely have that desire there. We also have the Nine of Swords. You also have the desire to, excuse me, to lessen your burdens and to make this experience easier for yourself. You absolutely have that desire, and that is all within your grasp. It's all within your reach. It's really about you as you're going through these experiences, extracting the meaning out and staying positive and staying focused on your goals, and even understanding as quickly as you can what is the lesson that you were designed to learn from this, so that you can move on, so that you can take that lesson and go ahead and move on. We have the Two of Swords. Yeah, so there's definitely this reminder to connect more deeply with your intuition, with yourself this week, and allow yourself to hear those messages. Okay, and you could even be blocking yourself off from soul family that is here to guide and assist and support you. So there could be a lot of knowledge and wisdom that you're not opening yourself up to that is available to you. So just keep that in mind. And also, ultimately, the answer is within you, and your intuition will guide you and lead you along that path and help you to see the direction that's right for you. And it's also going to open up doors. It's going to open up more options, because you may be thinking it's either this or that. You have to do one or two and that's it. But there's actually 3, 4, 5, 6 other options available to you. So you connecting more deeply within and listening to yourself, it's going to help you to see those other opportunities that exist. Okay, so let's get a couple messages here. Okay, let's start here. So we have rest. So you're absolutely being guided to take great care of yourself. Any way that you can get in some breathing exercises, some breath work, some other relaxation, whatever methods that you utilize to rest, replenish yourself body, mind, and soul. Refill your cup is what you're being guided to do. And then we have trust your intuition. I mean, you could not have said it any better. And that's what we were just talking about as far as connecting within, because that's where your answers lie. Okay? So let's see potential outcomes here. Potential outcomes. Thank you. So we have Judgment. Wonderful. Just know that everything is working out for you and for your highest good. So trust in that, know that you cannot make the wrong choice or decision. You may even come back and be like, oh, you know what? I should have did this. I should have chose option B instead of option A. But you chose the option that was best for you based on the information that you had available to you at that time. And instead of focusing on what you didn't do or any negativity or anything that happened that you didn't want to happen, really focus on what is the message from that. What did you learn from that? And then quickly move on. Move to where you want to be. Start feeling how you want to feel. Because it's like, yep, I got it. I understand it. I understand what I was to learn. I learned my lesson, and now I've moved on. So that's the energy that you're being guided toward this week. What else? Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles here. Wonderful. So you also have the opportunity. You're going to get yourself back on track here. And you can do that sooner rather than later because it's here. So you have free will. So it's up to you to take the inspired action toward that or not. And there is no wrong choice. There is no wrong answer. Okay, but definitely if you do take inspired action toward your goals, whatever you're working on as far as your finances are concerned, and setting that financial foundation and ensuring that generational wealth and your legacy, you can make great progress toward that this week by taking small steps and taking some inspired action. Okay, what else? Okay, we have 7 of Cups. Okay. Yeah, so you're going to see a lot of options open and available to you. And like I said, and I love how this is coming out over the 2 of Swords, because we talked about how it's so important for you to listen to yourself and take guidance from yourself and go within to receive and retrieve all the answers and everything, because it's all there. And then the 7 of Cups came out on top of that, like options. There's so many options. There's so much available to you. And some options, some paths are going to have more contrast than others. You're going to have more challenges. But you know the right path for you. And nobody can tell you that but you. You can definitely go down the path of least resistance, the path that feels good, the path where you can kind of see where things are going, and you know, like, even if you don't, but you trust in it, and you're trusting your intuition, and you're trusting in the process, even that's better than going down a path where, like, you're really unsure, and it's not like, already I'm encountering these stumbling blocks and these roadblocks already. So yeah, adjust. Take another path. Take the path of least resistance. Take the path that makes you feel most passionate and you love what you're doing. Okay. All right, so let's get a couple more oracles here. What do we have? Oh, I think we got those. Oh, let's go here. So we have discernment. Wonderful. That is a strong reminder to use your discernment in these choices, because you will know, if you go down path A, like, okay, if I go down path A, I'm gonna have to deal with 1, 2, and 3. Or if I go path B, I'm probably gonna have to deal with 1, but 2 and 3 aren't gonna be an issue. Okay? So that's what I'm talking about, where it's like you can choose whatever path and there is no wrong answer. It's just like the path where, you're going to have experiences and you're going to be learning lessons. So you will decide which one is right for you, but use your discernment. And we have dreams, which is what you're working toward, and trusting in yourself and trusting in your dreams. You know that it's possible. You know you can accomplish anything. You are limitless. You have the power. You have the strength. You have your ancestors behind you. You have your prior wisdom and knowledge. And you're ready. So trust in that and trust in you. Okay? So let's see. Anything else for our Leos? Thank you. Okay, so we have the 3 of Wands. Wonderful. So this is getting back to your original plan, right? And I feel like some of you know, because I always think of this in terms of like the plan that you decided, the things that you were going to work on, the way that you were going to evolve, the paths that you were going to go down. It's about getting back to that. And only you know what that is because it's within you. Okay? So really relying on your intuition to guide you. And we have the Queen of Cups here as well. So you calling on that emotional intelligence and calling in more of those divine feminine aspects, your intuition, your compassion, your empathy, your understanding. Those are all components that are going to help you this week and going to help you decide what is right for you and what are the next steps for you, how you want to handle situations. Okay, and then we have the Lovers here. I love that because this doesn't it could be either you connecting more deeply with yourself, your higher self, or it could be you connecting more deeply with your partner. Okay, so just take it however it resonates, but we do have that outcome here. Okay, wonderful. All right, so let's close out with just a couple more oracles. Okay, so we have releasing the old and resting. Get those self-care practices in for sure, and that's also going to help you to connect with additional options and to see additional options. And then we also have the crow here, so that maybe have some spiritual significance to you. Crows, we have cats here as well, so I know they both do have spiritual significance, so definitely look those up if you feel called to do that, because there are going to be some additional messages there for you. So I feel like there's a strong message of support and unconditional love from your angels, from your guides, from your spirit animals. They're all here supporting you and cheering you on. So we have acceptance. This is you accepting you and you entrusting in you. And then your dreams. Okay. So some of you may even be seeing these options that we're talking about here in your dreams. You may be seeing the way. You may be seeing the light. You may be able to determine your next steps from the dreams that you have. So for some of you, it's about keeping a dream journal and jotting things down, and then you can look up the spiritual significance of them or look up what those dreams mean to help you along the way. But really try to utilize your intuition, because you may already know what you're being guided to do and what you're hearing from within. You may already know that, but if you do need a little support and help, definitely just Google that and look it up. Okay. And I do believe, I don't dream as much, so I don't really have a dream journal. I have like one journal and I keep like everything in it. So I don't really dream that much, but if you are, definitely jot those things down and you can come back to it and you can look things up and see what they represent. And again, that will be helpful to you. Okay, Leo, so those are the messages I have for you. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share if you found this helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.